Hello beautiful ones, and welcome to the current energy reading for divine lovers, for the divine masculine, for the divine feminine. I'll refer to them a lot during this video. They're the main characters, and I'll most likely say he or she. Of course, that's whichever one you identify with. It can also represent the masculine or feminine side within you, whichever is your opposite, the yin to your yang. Also, I believe with my videos, even if you have no idea what I'm talking about there, if you're drawn to watch them, more likely there will be a message for you, no matter how big or small. So I hope you find something that resonates. Today, I will be sorry, it's just very hot. I just need a quick drink before I draw the cards. I will be doing an extended of this, which will focus on the sacred sexual side of the dynamic, and the information on how to access that I'll put down below. So I think we can get straight into it. Just take another little sip. And present to you first, as always, don't know what to expect. So excited when I see the cards. They're just always don't know what to expect, but at the same time they're even better than I expected. I don't know why I kind of expect there might be some weird card. There are no weird cards, but they always that never fail to disappoint. Let's just put it that way. So without further ado, this is the card for the divine masculine, the Sun of Life. It's very exciting. It's very kind of like hot here in this small room here, and I was sneezing in that today. A bit of hay fever, and was walking with my mum, and she was also sneezing, and she said, oh, the sun, because it's very bright out there, the sun is making me sneeze. And I know that's kind of a thing people say. I don't know whether it's technically kind of like true, but just kind of laughing about it now when I see the divine masculine card, and it's like, oh, am I allergic to this sexiness? I'm not sure. Is that why I've been sneezing? He's getting to me. So here we have the beautiful, sensual, divine feminine. The Three of Stones or Pentacles, creativity. Just in case you didn't notice, they're mirroring each other's poses. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? Just love these guys. And there's something about these poses that are quite bold. Even though she seems to be a little bit kind of holding back, but at the same time, it just feels like it could be on stage or somewhere kind of prominent in kind of like public space or the public eye. But these energies for both of them are quite different to what I kind of usually feel. There's usually one is like really kind of pushy, kind of talk about me first, and with these ones there's something more introverted, but not like in a shy way. It's kind of more something about kind of going within, and it's not, neither of them were kind of like, right, I need to talk about this first. Need to talk about them first, which I find interesting. I'm not 100% sure why that is. But it's the energy feels quite internalize, and I'm going to explore exactly what I mean by that, because I'm not entirely sure. So that is really interesting. Also, straight away, yeah, I just need to talk to them. Well, yeah, I'm talking to them. Talk about them together. Straight away, getting a vampire feel from this. This one's almost like she's emerging from the tomb. She could be Lucy Westenra in the Dracula story. She reminds me a bit of that with the long kind of blonde hair, and yeah, actually he's a bit Gary Oldman, isn't he? Yeah, it's making sense now. So that has surprised me. So I want to get into that a bit more about what I mean by that. So it is. So I mean, this card is definitely like a resurrection, rebirth, and I mean, with the character in Dracula, Lucy, in the classic vampire tales, she is, you know, she's seduced and I guess you could say killed by Dracula. Family thinks she's dead. She's put in the family tomb. She's there. I don't know if there's a specific amount of time, but at least during one daytime, and then in the evening, she awakes as a vampire. And there is that feeling for both these cards, but it's like a reverse vampire. It's like it is the kind of there is that exchange, the feeding off each other, the bringing each other to life, but it's through the sacred, like the sacred fire. This could be a bit Twilight as well, the energy here, the kind of the golden glitter. I hope that makes some sense. It makes sense to me. But if you need me to elaborate on that a bit more, just send me a comment. That's the best I can explain that now without kind of waffling on kind of too much. Divine Masculine here. He's a bit Jim Morrison, isn't he? Oh, Come On Baby Light My Fire, of course. I mean, he's a rock star. This is a rock star energy. Last week, the Divine Feminine, she was at Campfire, wasn't she? She was sending us smoke signals. It's reached him. Her fire. Look what it's ignited. Just your love and purity. It's just cracked his heart wide open, set his soul on fire, resurrected him. And that was your, you know, your love and faith, your stepping into your authenticity. So I'm just going to put the Divine Feminine down now, and I think the Divine Masculine last week is kind of that teacher. He was meditating. Still has his eyes closed. They both have their eyes closed. Yeah, it just feels like there's some okay. It feels like that's to do with their communication. So it could be communication during meditation. It could be communication through sleep. I just want to go back to the musical. It's a very creative card, but like music is the main energy here. It could be communicating through music. It feels like like notes and lyrics, a tune and lyrics. A song, basically, a kind of pop rock song. That's what I'm trying to get out. So it could be hearing messages within songs. It could be writing songs to each other. If the Divine Feminine does that, that energy feels more that she's more likely to kind of keep it to herself. But if it's the Divine Masculine doing it, if he doesn't directly send it to her or say this is about so and so, it's like he's not afraid to kind of put it out there. At the moment, it could be something that's been on the back burner for a while. He's like, okay, now is the time for me to release this song, or he could be inspired to write something about his Divine Feminine. And although it does feel more that she's kind of she's listening to that, to listening to him, or listening to a song. It could be a song by another Divine Masculine, you know, that kind of, that's what's brought her back to life in a way. I feel like there was an energy in the past week, I'm getting, trying to knock her off her perch, but she's like, nothing's gonna move her now. Okay, I've just noticed as she has her eyes closed, it could almost be too bright and beautiful for her to, he could be like too bright and beautiful and gorgeous for her to even look at yet. She's like, I'm not quite ready to kind of see this. I'm never gonna wash my eyes again. That kind of feeling. So she's so moved, like yeah, emotionally and physically, but it's almost like she's so moved that she can't actually move. I'm just getting that kind of like a swooning, but kind of not quite. Moved, or yeah, or she's not moving. She's there to watch. She's there to watch the concert. She's got the best spot. She's not moving from that spot. No one's gonna get her out of that. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I said that, but I kind of forgot what I was going to say before I went off on that tangent. But maybe that's what needed to be said. Oh yes, the Divine Masculine is the teacher. So this is about a kind of a divine right, a divine role, understanding why he has been put on this earth. He is an anointed king, and he is beginning to understand that now. And it just feels that it's not, there's something about it not being concentrated to just like a small group of people. This has like there's something about worldwide appeal. He has worldwide appeal. Yeah, it's about influence. I'm getting from this, understanding his influence on others, others looking up to him for guidance. And I don't feel with Divine Masculines that is something really new, but it just may be understanding or appreciating that is more the new kind of energy there. And It's also very much about the power of protection, the kind of toxic side to masculinity is to destroy, when masculine is supposed to protect. I don't feel that, again, with divine masculines, that they've ever kind of strayed so far over to the dark side. With divine masculines, it's very much the destroyer energy would be self-sabotage. I think that is something that divine masculines struggle with, have struggled with a lot on their path, and it's coming out of that, it's transmuting that, and of course it's about protecting the divine feminine, their friends, family. It could be, or a wider scale, it could be nature, nature, animals, humanity, whatever it is. But the divine, yeah, that's what I want to say, sorry. Divine masculine, he's realized that, number one, he has to protect himself. Like, otherwise he's kind of no good to anybody, really. That feels like a huge wake-up call. Just lets me I've kind of come almost like I've come to the end of kind of that. So maybe, so it could be telling me to move to the divine feminine, or there's also a bit of a Wicker Man energy here. Just the movie The Wicker Man, or yeah, or of course actual kind of pagan connotations with that. Yeah, definitely a rebirth. So I'll put that divine masculine down there. Yeah, it's just it is very I don't know if you're supposed to do the tarot, but kind of don't have anything else here. It's just it's a very exciting energy. I don't feel so quite hormonal as I did last week with the kind of adolescent pubescent energy for the divine feminine card, which is interesting. But I am wearing kind of like jewelry that I wore when I was around 15, 16. I just felt like kind of putting that on, but I don't feel so, I don't know, perhaps so awkward as I did then. I'm not sure if that's the kind of way to describe it. So that's so what am I feeling this week? Because I'm not sure. Let's see. Apart from what I've kind of already said, there is something a bit orgasmic about this card, isn't there? Just like she's gripping onto the stones while she's kind of experiencing the rush of ecstasy. Yeah, I feel it's very much to do with body image. There's okay, I wasn't kind of expecting that. Just feeling a lot more like comfortable in her skin, and with her curves, her feminine curves. So perhaps some divine feminines have come out of quite a awkward body image time. And it's also quite a chilled energy compared to the one last week, but it's like she doesn't need to be kind of at the, I don't know, kind of pushing forward to be, I don't know, to be heard or seen. It's like, it's more, yeah, this is more like a natural state, if that makes some sense. And if that, you know, that could, this still feels like a stage in a way. As I say that, I'm feeling something a bit Shakespearean. I suppose it's whatever is her natural, whatever is her natural platform, whatever is the place where she feels most comfortable. Not so much a home vibe in the kind of domestic sense, but it could be somewhere that feels like home. There could be a few ladies who are, yeah, just, it doesn't feel like exploration. What is it? It just feels like that's already, the kind of exploration, experimenting has been done, and I feel that's to do with sexuality, but also to do with creativity. And I want to say like literal things, you know, like being in a Shakespeare production, going on stage. This could be a bit, is she a bit Stevie Nicks or Courtney Love? It could be going on stage, rocking out, or burlesque and cabaret. That's what I do. Yeah, with the divine masculine energy, I felt there was a shift for him into why he's doing kind of what he's doing, and that was again for his own personal reasons, and perhaps understanding a higher calling. For the divine feminine, it feels so much about connection. Connection to her own essence and connection to other people. I also feel that her circle will start to expand a lot more, and she'll start to draw more people to her. Perhaps a lot of things have been solo. Yeah, again, that could be sexual and creative. There's just something about the divine feminine that's not meant to be solo in these areas. But it's about her not, okay, we're getting there, guys, we're getting there. It's about her not twisting and turning and adjusting. Okay, now I know why Courtney Love came up. To fit in with others and what they're doing. It's about her standing around going, that this is how I'm going to express myself. And those who are on the same wavelength as me and who want to experience things for the same reasons, they're the ones I'm going to connect with and collaborate with. Well, we got there in the end, but you know, it's important to get to the bottom of these things. You know, there are no easy answers, but okay. Oh, I like that it was Courtney Love that came up. I'm a huge fan of her. Someone who, yeah, it's unfortunately very, very misunderstood lady. And something came up for Nirvana today. I can't think what it is. There could be a bit of a Kurt Cobain energy in this, actually. Okay, and what do I want to say about that? And if you're wondering about the timing for things, guys, like why have you been waiting so long? Not only for union, but to kind of be able to be your authentic self, to step into your power, to express yourself, not 100% free of a kind of persecution, but just in more of that, in that vein. That's what I want to say is, it's because the path has had to be paved, the avenues have had to be cleared, the world has had to shift and align. We've all had to do it. People like Kurt Cobain. I won't kind of go into kind of all my theories, but he was someone who had this energy, something similar to this, come up too soon, when he wasn't ready and the world wasn't ready. And I personally feel that's why he has to do his work from a spirit. Apologize if that doesn't sit well with someone. That's just my opinion. But also the it wasn't just that. It was kind of, yeah, very much to do with the energies at the time, and the toxic world of showbiz and kind of all that, and unfortunately why his wife also was kind of viewed and treated the way she was. If you want to go back to Dracula, just to sum things up, the female characters in that, Mina and Lucy, are very much as the vampire women. They're very lusty, they have appetites, you know, driven by their insatiable hunger, these sorts of things. And at the time, there was a comment on, I feel it was very much a comment on sexuality, and unfortunately that's something that's in our cultures kind of bled through. Yeah, so a female, when she kind of displays those things, walks a very fine line. It's either, yeah, kind of exploited, or she's viewed with the term in Dracula that that's connected to Mina as being unclean, and with that, I hope that made sense. You're not unclean. You're beautiful, pure hearts and souls, and your gorgeous divine sacred sexuality is something that's, of course, you should never ever lose sight of or be ashamed of. And it's only because people are afraid of it. Just to, to sum it up, did I really need to go into a half-an-hour video just to kind of say that? But that's the real thing. It's a threat. It's always, purity is always a threat to those of a different mindset. But let's just bring them up to see if there's anything else. Is there anything else? If there's anything you see in these cards, of course, that's it's what resonates for you, and just drop a message down below. But I think I will leave it there, and until next time, beautiful ones, take care, and I will see you soon.